Sorry, my mic was off. How you doing? How are you? Ah, all right, we have 10 seconds delay for the chat and the video. Let's hope this works better. How are you, Luke? How are you, Chris? Hey, Junior. What's up? What's up, guys? Thank you for joining here. Thank you for joining. Mr. Hans, welcome back. Choppy day. Yeah, tell me about it. Let me let me go to spy. Hey Alex, how you doing? Hey Prasu Andy. Hey Natalie. You're new? Yeah. Well, I've seen you in the community. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for joining. We are trying to have these sessions a little bit earlier because people still are, on the market activities and all that stuff before going to office or, regular life. So we're trying to have more people or to impact more people with these sessions on this new schedule. For now, it's gonna be just for the summer, but I kind of like this new schedule because it's closer to my trading hours. I'm never on a trade by this time, so it's a good time. Everything is fresh, and you still have a lot of questions, and you don't forget anything. So let's go. All right. Yeah, boring day. Yeah, I took two trades today. I took one loss and one win. But yeah, awful, awful. So this has been the range of SPY. Actually, we had this drop, but then after this drop, I mean, can you see the actual range is just something like this, right? Because this drop was like kind of fast, and then we just have been chilling here. So yeah, awful, awful day. And I think it's the same for QQQ. Yeah, actually, QQQ looks worse, right? Yeah, but yeah. All right. So let's go. Let's go. Mr. Hans, you said you are in Hong Kong, Taiwan, something in Asia, right? Yeah, I kind of remember somewhere in Asia. So, yeah, so I think it's like 12 hours of difference. So yeah, so I mean it's still midnight there. But yeah, I mean midnight is better than 3 a.m., right? All right. So uh, I'm looking at Apple. Oh no, Germany. Oh, Germany is only like 7 or 8 hours. Well, still, I mean this is still better. You're having your dinner with the charts. All right. Okay, so Apple. Well, full disclosure. Today, I'm gonna show you some entry opportunities, but that doesn't mean that I will take these trades. I mean, because just as you said, just as you type here, uh, choppy day, price action has been awful. I'm gonna show you how I was fake out on one of my favorites, Amazon, and then I took an opposite trade. I mean, a short position on SPY. So today, I mean, with Apple, we had a big 5 minute opening range from 2 points. I mean, 1% of the asset on the range. So this is not very good price action, right? So after this drop, when we hit this 202.75, and I always like to show you this higher time frame chart This is the 15-minute chart. I mean, let's stick to it just so we can actually watch a few days back. So we came here, hit this 202.75 key level on the daily chart, and look at this rejection here, right? So because we opened strong, but after hitting this 202.75, this hard rejection here, uh, look at how many. Yeah, I mean, we have a few green candles on the way down, but nothing significant, right? Nothing significant. So we broke pre-market high, we broke previous day high, and look at this weakness. I mean, there was not a single candle, not a single buyer here. So after looking at all of this weakness, I was kind of convinced that this will go lower. But we had this break and retest of this 5 minute opening range. But and again, after this drop, I really was convinced that we will have a lot more weakness here. So I want to show you. Let's use this. All right. So here, SPY was, let me take this out. Okay. So here, SPY was dropping from the 5 minute opening range, previous day close. And it was the same thing. It was the same thing with QQQ below the previous day high, below 5 minute opening range, below a lot of things. So when I was watching this, I was like, oh, well, this could go way lower. But they didn't. It didn't. This actually, I mean, in case you took this trade here, I mean, probably you take this retest here and you enter on the next candle. But look at this. I mean, if you have a different entry than the opening of this candle here, probably you actually didn't have a good return here. Because your risk needed to be at the bottom of this retesting candle, or maybe here at the opening price here. But just to have this 1 to 2 reward rate to trade, it was almost this pre-market low, and you never got this. You never got this price level. So look, you're taking notes of the journal here. I will have this one. Yeah, I will have this one as a loss. Yeah, even with a small risk here and trying to hit this, well, well, you know what? This is actually working. I mean, if you had a 1 to 2 rate to trade, probably you hit it, but I will consider this a loss. Uh, with the right context, right? Because again, indices were pushing down from key levels, and this was looking very weak, and but it didn't have any continuation here. So I will record this as a loss. Look, please. And then after that, I mean nothing too obvious, and this is and this is this could be a different entry point. Again, I don't like this. I don't like this because after this drop, after indices still on a downtrend, we have this change of character here with this higher high. And this was a higher low. And where this higher low was? Well, at today's open, but it was 11 in the morning. Again, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's out. It's out of my playbook. But if you take this, maybe you didn't take it just at the retest, so you take the next candle that it's actually uh, near reclaim of the previous day high, and your risk was at the bottom of these candles here, and you were looking for, well, at least the 1 to 2 reward rate to trade. It was this 201.25. Yeah. So. This could be this could be a win. I mean, this could be a win. Again, I don't like it because this is just on the uh, on the same day or intraday price action. We had this change of character. It was bouncing out of key level. This is today's opening price. But okay, well, I mean, I'm just spotting different kind of entries. You you decide if you took something like this. So, guys, anyone took something on Apple that would like to share? No one, right? I think you are now on my club. Don't trust Apple. All right. Um, and this was AMD. I don't know what happened with AMD. I want to show you. I want to show you AMD. It was climbing up on the post market and then on the pre market. It was actually climbing up nicely, nicely, nicely. But something happened like a few minutes before the market opened. I I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if there were any news or something, or just because it's adjusting to Nvidia earnings. I don't know. But we had this drop, and this was a strong drop here. So the thing is that I have this 114.45. This is a multiple touches key level on the daily chart. This 114.45. And I was expecting some reaction here. So because we came back for this retest here, I was like, well, okay, well, this is showing something. Because it was very, very weak here. I say, well, let's see what this is happening. So if you took a position here on the not on the retest, but on the next candles, maybe on this third candle here, uh, right below the previous candle, and you have your risk at the top of these retesting candles, or maybe at the top of the candle that broke, or something around here, 114.50. Yeah, 114.50. And you were aiming to low of the day. This was a 1 to 2.1 risk reward ratio trade. So this, and even, I mean, even if you manage to hold, you have several opportunities to trim at low of the day. Yeah, later. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that this is awful price action, right? Because it started ranging right here on low of the day. But anyways, I mean, if you took this position here, you may have a 1 to 2.1 risk reward ratio trade. It was out of key levels, right? It was out of key levels, so that was a nice one. Uh, Chris, Apple is the worst sticker. Totally agree. Chris Beck, I took the retest of the 5 minute opening low, entered at close of 10:08, aiming for low 10:09. 10:09, 10:09. Yeah. Well, that's a nice one, Chris. 10:09. This one, 10:09 here, and your risk was a little bit below. So your risk was here, and you were looking for low of the day here. Yeah, well, that was a 1 to 3 reward. That's good job, good job. I just hope that you actually took partials here. This 113.90. Look at this. This 113.90 comes from this key level from Tuesday past week. Tuesday past week. Can you see here how it was resistance for the whole day? Resistance, resistance, then turned support for next day. Then it came back, and it was support for yesterday, and today it was expected to, touch this level, right? Uh, where is the yellow line level coming from? Look at this. This is the daily chart, Chris. This is the daily chart. Multiple touches here, 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 here. So this 114.45, I mean, it could be 114.50 or something like this. But this is where it's coming from, all right? It was a pivot low here, 114.45. And I have a few ones just like that, right? This is 122.16, pivot low, 132.11, pivot low, multiple touches here. Um, oh, and then we have this 101.70, pivot high, multiple touches here, 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 here. Yeah, this is my yellow lines. My yellow lines are multiple touches on the daily chart. All right. Mm, is that yes? Okay. Yeah, buyers is stepping in at 139. Yeah, 113.90. Yeah, suckers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look at this. I mean, this key level has been working wonders, right? Uh, so if we go to the 15-minute chart, that's a key level from yesterday, right? No, well, not yesterday. Yeah, not last week. Yeah, but look how it worked yesterday and today. It just came back for this liquidity here. Would you be happy to tag that trade considering that key level was still inside of the which one? This 114.45? Yeah, I mean, yes, because look at this weakness, right? I mean, when you have a drop like this, I mean, this is very evident the relative weakness. So uh, remember what we have talked a lot about it on the previous sessions. When you are taking short positions, everything happens faster, and you can be actually a bit more aggressive than when you're taking long positions. Uh, we talk about how the for the price to go up, it requires a lot of energy, buyers stepping in, momentum, capital, volume, everything. But when price wants to go lower, you don't need anything, right? I mean, you don't even need sellers. You just need buyers to fade out. So that's why when it's for a short position, I'm okay thinking more aggressive entries. And yes, this is inside of the 5 minute opening range. But look at this. I mean, it's below the 1 minute opening range. It's below the opening price, and also it's touching key levels, right? So that will be. I mean, this is why I will be fine taking a position like this. All right. Uh, and that's it for AMD. Then we will go for Amazon. This was my loss here, and I'm gonna show you what I was watching here. All right, so we have, let me show you here. All right, so we have on Amazon this yellow box, and this yellow box comes from a gap on the daily chart. Okay, okay, so this is the gap on the daily chart. It's from May 14 to May 15, it gapped down, and we still have this gap here. So after this push from the 200 key level, this area here that you remember yesterday, and this bounce from this well, this is a gap also. So I was looking for a lot of strength here. I was actually waiting for these candles to actually go all the way to 214, to 15 here in a single move. But now it's struggling with this gap. So my thesis this morning was Amazon actually was was strong. on the pre-market. As you can see here, let me go to the 5 minute. Yeah. So Amazon was super strong on the 5 minute. It was above the 205.59. That's a key level on the daily chart. Um, where is the previous day high? Yeah. So that was my thesis that I mean, if it started strong, it will fill this gap here. It will fill this gap here. So okay. So what I was doing here, it's it opened strong. It opened strong. Hey Sven, welcome. So it opened strong, and then it came back. It came back to this. This is the pre-market high. This is the pre-market high, and we had this. I mean, it went lower than the pre-market high, but then it reclaimed this level, right? I mean, it reclaimed this level. So buyers were stepping in here. So we reclaimed this pre-market high, and we had this second candle that was actually a green candle here, and this is the previous week. This is the previous week high. This what is this? 206.60. And look what was happening on the indices. QQQ was bouncing just the same way than SPY. It was bouncing from the previous day close. So I was like, well, this is showing some reaction here on key levels, and this is reacting nicely, reclaiming this pre-market high. So I took my position here, and I was expecting some continuation to high of the day, but no. I mean, I actually I was stop out on 3 candles later. So yeah, I actually went out like here. So Faisal took Amazon puts 1001, 1001. Yeah. So okay. So that's pretty good, Faisal. So all right. So then when I saw this one, I was like, okay, well, this is creating lower highs, and now we are having lower lows. And then it came back here, and we created this order block here with these candles here. So we created this order block here. So we had good reaction here, and well, Faisal entered into this position here, 1001. I will wait for the next one, right? Now we are out of the order block, and if you entered right below this previous candle, you have your stop loss level here at the top of these candles here, and what you were aiming here. Well, at least you were aiming to this 205.50. Yeah, 205.50 here, and this was a 1 to 2.7 risk reward ratio trade. And as you can see, it actually went lower. So if you took something like this, 205.25, this was a almost 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. So uh, yeah, and then just range, then just went inside of this range. But that was a very nice entry, Faisal. That was a very nice entry. I didn't take it. Why? Because um, first it was like very close to my loss here. And sometimes, I mean, I don't like to, I don't want to say like, okay, well, it didn't work like long position, then let me take this short position here. So I was kind of biased on the long on the long side, so that's why I didn't take this entry here. But yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, oh, this is super obvious, lower high, lower low. So this is gonna create market structure to the downside. Uh, and And let me tell you guys, this is something very, very, very common when the break and retest fails. All right. Why? Because we are waiting for a break of a key level, then displacement, then a pullback, retest of on our key level, and then continuation, right? But if continuation never comes, what is it creating? Lower highs or higher lows, right? So it's kind of the very beginning of a change of character. And these are I don't again I don't like to take these trades because for me this will be a revenge trade because I just closed this position. Uh, but this is another way to trade, right? I mean, we trade continuation because we are looking continuation on the break and retest. But every time a break and retest fails, this is what you are watching, right? I mean, a change of character and like here, I mean, it failed continuation to the upside, and what you have here, well, lower high. All right, so that's just experience share with you guys. Gabriel, good morning. Amazon 945, 945, 945, 945 here. I went off the order block on the 1 minute. Okay, so maybe it was the 946. Yeah. Yeah, 946. Yeah, this is like the break and retest of this order block here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. Uh, and just sold 1018. Monster trade. Monster trade. Yeah, congrats. This was a nice trade. All right, and that was all that I watched here on Amazon. I mean, here, like this is just forcing. Yeah, this is just forcing because you are around this key level 205.59. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't like this entry here. So that was my Amazon loss for the day. Uh, I practice the risk management. So when I have my other trade, I trade SPY. I'm going to show you in a minute. I trade SPY puts, and I actually it was a smaller size than the first one, but I made back my most of my loss on this trade. So here it's Nvidia. I mean, I know you should not be even looking at Nvidia today because today they have earnings, but I just want to show you how the price action work today and how you will spot some opportunities here. So Nvidia, just as the indices, it started dropping. It came back here to the 5 minute opening range and then pull back right here to previous day close. So this 135.50, it's previous day close. So here, once you start looking at all of this weakness here and the indices looking very weak also, and if you can see on QQQ on the circle, QQQ was leading the weakness here. All right, QQQ was leading the weakness. It rejected the 1 minute opening range at the today's open. So I was looking like, okay, well, this maybe Nvidia is going lower. So after this retest of the previous day close, and not the first one, but the second candle here showing weakness, and if you were aiming to low of the day or at least this well, if you were aiming to low of the day, it was a 1 to 3 reward rated trade. If you were aiming to this pre-market low, it was a 1 to 4 risk reward rated trade. So even if you entered late here, even if you entered late here, like let's say below the body of this green candle here, it was a 1 to 2.6 risk reward ratio trade. So this could be a nice trade, but remember today they have earnings and the IV should be, you know, on the skies. Let's go to Tesla. right? Tesla did absolutely nothing. So the only weakness, like strong weakness here, was this candle here on the 5 minute. It's kind of a 5 minute opening range low retest. But look at this. I mean, that there's no displacement. There's no displacement. And the other thing is that it was super close to this area. And let me show you this area here. So this white box has been a supply demand support resistance area here for Tesla from late last year. So can you see here? So this is kind of a order block consolidation area, uh, multiple touches area. So because we were super close to this area, I will not trust any of these candles here. Any of these candles here. And also, if you see this candle here and you are trying to buy around here, you are already on low of the day. And remember, guys, I mean, we try to not buy on high of the day or low of the day unless it's a short position and you want to be aggressive on your entries. I mean, I will take low of the day, but I will never take a high of the day. I will never take high of the day. So even with strong momentum, I'm 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 way more cautious on my long positions than in my short position. So after this, I will not see anything like relevant for Tesla. Everything is inside of the 5 minute opening range. So yeah, nothing for Tesla, nothing on Tesla, in my opinion. Not sure if anyone took something there. Top gaming, I took Tesla at 361, 361. Yeah, something like here. And is instead of closing the trade at previous day high, I was waiting, I don't know what. I ended going out in my stop loss. It was on my okay, so this was a break even. Laura from Netherlands. Hi, Laura. Nickname for yeah, that happens a lot. Also, when you are having like a a Zoom call with anyone with kids, it's like the avatar. It ends being like in Super Mario or Princess Peach or I don't know, like any of the video games of the kids. Yeah, yeah. No, don't worry, it happens all the time. All right. So, well, yeah, well, good thing that you have your stop loss at break even once it started moving because, yeah, Tesla ended. Look at this. I mean, it's everything is inside of the 5 minute opening range. Everything is inside of the 5 minute opening range. On just except for these few candles, but again, just because we were so close of this area here, so close of this area here, I wouldn't trust something on Tesla. So let's go to Microsoft. So Microsoft, we have everything inside here, everything inside here. It's at the 5 minute opening range. So again, again, if you are looking for short positions, everything is easier, right? Because you can be way more aggressive. So for example, here, this already broke the 5 minute opening range, the low of the day, and it came back to retest this. So if you enter like, I don't know, like here or here, let's say here, and you have your risk at the top of this candle here, and you should be looking, here you can be looking for, I don't know, 459.50 here. It's a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. And it actually went way lower. Like, I mean, if you were aiming to this pre-market low, it was a 1 to 6 risk reward ratio trade, right? So yeah, remember when you are going short, you can be a bit more aggressive. Do you know this? This is a common say. Elevator down, escalator up. Well, this is why, right? This is why, because I mean, you don't need too much of energy for price to drop. And well, that was one of that was kind of the first attempt for this, but also you can actually move this one to here. You may have a similar risk here, and you were aiming to pre-market low. It was still a 1 to 3.8 risk reward ratio trade, but it actually went and swiped all these 15-minute chart key levels, 458.60, and I don't know why I have two levels here, very close one of the other. Um, but yeah, well, that was Microsoft. Uh, what is this? This is Meta. So again, we are having this big drop. Try to recover here. And what was happening here? I want to show you what was happening here because it's on this circle here. It's on this circle here. So QQQ was rejecting today's opening price. Today's opening price with this drop, with this weakness. So if you decided to start a position here, if you were aiming to low of the day, it was a 1 to 2.5. But this is a better target, this pre-market level. So if you were aiming for this was a 1 to 4 point something risk reward rated. Right? Even if you had a wider stop loss, it was a 1 to 3.5 risk reward rated trade, and it didn't take like too much. It didn't take like too much. So this will be a nice trade. Several opportunities to take your contracts at 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, and just holding for your main objectives here. And that was it for Meta. And as you can see later on the day, it's just ranging inside of the same levels, right? Okay, and lastly, this is Palantir. This is Palantir. Okay, so can you see what's going on here on Palantir? It's still on the 5 minute opening range, right? It's still on the 5 minute opening range. So something here, guys, something here. It's when it actually broke to the downside, this 5 minute opening range, you were expecting the retest somewhere around here, right? The 5 minute opening range, the 1 minute opening range, today's opening price, but we didn't have any uh, reaction on these key levels, and it just went back to the 5 minute opening range. And look at this, it's still in that range. All right, and Google. Well, I didn't prepare anything for Google, but I mean, nothing happened in Google, as you can see. Nothing too much here. Maybe if you were waiting for this reclaim, look at this. I mean, Google and Amazon had kind of the same thing here, right? It was coming down to the pre-market high. It broke pre-market high to the downside. It reclaimed this, and what was happening on the indices? They were actually bouncing, and they had two different green candles there. And with this strong, I will take a trade here. Actually, yes. It reclaimed, or it bounced out of this pre-market high. It reclaimed this 5 minute opening range. So I will open my trade here. I will have my risk here, and I will be aiming to high of the day, and this trade failed a few minutes later. But this is the exact same case of my trade in Amazon, right? We had good reaction on key levels. They were following indices, but they just came back and went lower. So they failed. So this is a trade I will take, right? After uh, reacting here on the pre-market high, having two and then a third candle going to the upside with the indices doing the same thing. This is a trade I will take. It just, I mean, it just didn't work, right? It's the probability game. And I took a trade on SPY here. So when it came down and retested this 491.31, and I'm gonna show you about this. Sven, you took that Google fail trade, yeah. But I mean, I will take that 9 out of 10 times. It's just unfortunate that it didn't work today. It's just unfortunate it didn't work today. But I mean, that's a trade I will take every time. So okay, so this 591.31, why it's not here? Oh, it's previous day. Oh, okay, it's previous day high. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this 591.31. So once we started looking all of this weakness here, I took my trade. Let me tell you exactly because I have my broker open here. I took my trade at here. Yeah, not on this candle. I took it like here, 955. Yeah, I took this 955 here. My risk was this 1 minute opening range, and I was looking for this key level here. And I exited all of my contracts on this candle here. The reason I had a meeting. Yeah, but I mean, this was a smaller size than the previous one, but because this was a better risk reward, uh, it almost it almost made my losses on the other trade. I mean, I wasn't trading to recover my losses, but I had a clear objective here. It just took like 1 century here. I mean, this is like slow grinding to the downside. I took the 588, no, 587 puts for 29. So for tomorrow, yeah, and yeah, it just worked nicely. It works nicely, and look at this. I mean, it actually went lower and lower to this pre-market low. And I have this 488.72. This 488.72, it's a pivot low here on the daily chart. And as you can see, it's a multiple touches on the daily chart. All right. So guys, that's all for me today. Not sure if you have any question, comment, or you want me to go to any particular chart. I am watching the chat and no one has anything for today. So I just want to say thank you for joining these sessions. Uh, Please remind to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, Chris, what DTA did you go for SPY tomorrow? Yeah, when I'm taking SPY or QQQ trades, I usually go for 1 or 2 days out for expiration. Joy in the module, Mamba says, don't use a level if it goes through a body. Uh, well, he's trading futures. He's trading futures. It may be. Uh, I actually don't remember. I actually don't remember that he said that. But and you are saying for this daily chart key levels, Joy? I actually don't remember that. But I'm gonna take a look to his videos again Because I really don't remember. I really don't remember that. But I for sure, I'm gonna go back and take a look. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.